Come here, Lyle. This is Lyle. We're going to tell Lyle's story. This litter was originally 11 puppies, which is quite a lot. I bought 2 of the pups that were going to be North Star dogs. And I brought 2 of them to some of my best puppy raising homes. One in New Jersey and one in Groveland. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Come here. And one in Groveland. Now, Lyle was the one that went to Groveland, and it went to a puppy raiser who had a small daycare in her home, and he had to come back to me because he was very friendly, loved the children, but he was mouthing them too much. Now remember, he left about 9 weeks. He left his litter mates. So I picked him up last week, and it was really interesting to watch him with his brothers and sisters, because what they all did was, I guess ganging up is not the right word, but they all, in tandem, started to mouth him. It was really kind of interesting. And for a couple of days, his social skills with the pups was a little iffy, a little dicey. He got into more fights than the other puppies, but that's all evened out now. And you can see now that Lyle is not necessarily mouthy at all. So that really reinforced my belief in puppies staying together for the first 4 months of life. As long as they get a lot of socialization, a large variety of people, and then time away from their home into new environments once in a while. Not a lot of time either. I am really not one to think that young pups younger than this should be out in public all the time. I think it's a myth to think that the more stimulation, the better. I think what you really have to do is try to figure out what's the appropriate socialization and then go for the appropriate amount of time for that. All right, let's see. I wish I could take questions. Note to self, have this be interactive. That would be better. We sometimes place standard poodles. When we go outside our breeding program, by the way, we go sideways or upwards. Just like every new litter we create, we breed up. So if I have a child who either they have an allergy or a member of their family does, then I will look for hey, Tigger, come here. I will look for a standard poodle to place. And after years of looking, I finally found a really amazing standard poodle breeder. I also found years ago a wonderfully talented lab breeder in Northern California, Lori Solowski with Kentfield Kennels, and she breeds really nice labs. We've probably placed 12 of them over the last 10 years. We did place a border collie, but for a child that wandered. That placement's doing beautifully. That's up in the cage, the big pod. However, when I tried to train a border collie again for another child, I had real difficulty. Part of the reason is border collies, of course, have herding in their genes, and it's very difficult to breed them correctly so that they will gently and appropriately herd a child if the child begins to wander away. There is a strain or lines of border collies that herd the little lambs that wander away through a leaping, nipping action. So you have to be really careful that your dog doesn't have that. Your border collie doesn't have that in the genes. In general, I find Goldens, Labs, and on occasion Standards to be best with children. All right. Let's see, how does one get on the list for a North Star dog? Well, you would find my website, which is www.northstardogs.com, review the site, and then write me an email and say you want more information. And I'll send you an email full of links and attachments, and one of the things that I'll include will be a questionnaire. So I can call you back and we can talk by phone about your application. Excuse me. Hey, here. Come on. There we go. Our waiting list is relatively short, considering this field. The supply is far less than demand in this field. And that's one of the reasons that I spend a lot of time educating, because it's actually a little bit dangerous when hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Actually a little bit dangerous to have the field be this way. There's a lot of unscrupulous people out there at this point in time willing to take advantage, even of a child with autism. And, hello. So you need to be very careful. You can see how much work, based on all that I've said, all that you've seen, you can see how much work actually goes into preparing an autism assistance dog to safely work with a child with autism. And beware people that don't understand that services, in a large part, is what you're paying for when you purchase an autism assistance dog. These dogs would go for $1,500 as 8-week-old pups on the open market, and that of course is only part of their value by the time they're fully trained. All right, well I put 4 of them to bed. No, well, you're still popping up. Keep going. Oh, I know what I want to say. The 2 hard parts of this job. The rest is just a piece of cake, and I have the best job in the universe for me. But one hard part is the traveling. So it is part of our placement to go wherever our children are that we're serving. And that has really given me some really wonderful moments, but I don't want to spend too much time in the skies. So I do, on occasion, send other North Star volunteers out to deliver the puppies, even while I keep track of the placement where I am. The second hardest thing for us at North Star is to raise funds consistent to the need. This is very expensive work. The average price of a North Star placement is $10,000. And North Star raises half the money for every placement that we make. So if you're inclined to donate, you can either go to our website, www.northstardogs.com, and there's a convenient and safe PayPal feature to donate. And then you can also send a check or a money order to my attention to the address that's below all the posts that I send, or the address on the website, which is 20 Deerfield Lane, Stores, Connecticut, 06268. All right, well, I guess I've kind of said everything that I can think of at this point in time, except that I really would value your feedback, not just about this performance, but about North Star in general, ideas you have. One thing that I believe is that North Star has ended up being a concept that belongs to everybody. And so, certainly, Patty's not North Star, and these pups are not North Star. We are North Star. Anyone who understands that children who face challenges deserve to be given everything that they need by the society that they live in, deserve to be mainstreamed and to be a part of their community and integrated fully even within their families. Children with autism have a hard time, but they deserve that, and the puppies, I believe, make that whole process healthier, happier, and certainly more fun. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to hear from you.